Thank you so much. Welcome, friends and family of our honored judges today, bar members, members of the bench. This is one of those fun events. First of all, I have to thank the Montgomery Bar Association, the executive director, Denise Vicario, the officers that are all here. Without you, these events don't occur. Thank you for sponsoring us financially and supporting us with this event here today. So, what exactly are we doing here? Members of the family are probably saying, haven't we honored them enough? We had a swearing in, it was like so wonderful, but yeah, they're great, but what are we doing back here? Well, the truth is, this is the fun part. There's nothing formal, you don't see the judges up here in their gowns. This is just a little bit of fun, not a lot of talking. And why do we do this? Okay, it's a judicial portrait. Why do we paint a portrait of our judges? Well, a portrait is done to memorialize something for the future, to take an image so it's there so we remember. It's to take the legacy of these judges and remember it for future generations. So, that's what we have to do. Now, a really important piece of this is the artist, because the artist's job is to really try to figure out a balance, try to achieve that balance between the gravitas of the position and the dignity, along with the personality and the fun in the judge, him or herself. And that's a really delicate balance. And I think you're all going to agree that our artist, Richard Quindry, and his wife Betty, where are you? Please, they're back here. Come up front more. So much for what both of you have done. I think they're going to want to thank you more once they see their portraits, but it's this couple, I think it's Rich that does all the hard work, and Betty is there to tell them that doesn't look good.
She says do it over.
Yeah, do it over. So you're going to thank her too, but I think we got to take just a minute. Thank them so much for what they did. Now for the family and friends that may not know, what happens with these portraits is we hang them in courtroom A. Courtroom A is our traditional ceremonial courtroom, and you'll look up and all the active judges are up there in seniority order. Typically, we do this ceremony in courtroom A, but as is typical of this group of judges, nothing is typical. This group of judges has more firsts than any group. So there's 4 judges we're honoring. The first 3, Judge Hillis, Judge Sterling, and Judge Walker. The 3 of them, they became judges 2.5 months before COVID hit. So for them, they barely got in their divisions in their courtrooms, and all of a sudden, they were not in person. They were not in their division. They didn't have the benefit of their colleagues being in the room next to them to help them along. They had to figure it out on their own. And that's a really different position to be in as a judge. I can't imagine what that was like for them. And Judge Tate-Phillips, where is she over here? She is our first judge post-COVID coming in. And another first is this is the first time that we are doing this ceremony in the Montgomery Bar Association. So they keep hitting firsts. What I'd like to do is just get this started because you don't need to hear another word from me. So what I'm going to do first is take our first judge, and we do it in seniority order, and that is Judge Henry S. Hillis III. Come on up, Judge. I'm also going to ask his family to come up. I know his wife Jill's here, and his son Jack.
And my mom.
And your mom is here. Come on up.
Come on up. And my sister, yes.
And your sister. This is wonderful. So it's really important. I'm going to embarrass Jack for 1 second. Jack just finished his first year at NYU Law School, following in his father's footsteps. He'll be interning in the public defender's office in Fulton County.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right, there we go. So without further ado, shall we do this?
All
All right, let's go. Come on.
All right.
Jill, what do you do? Come on, everybody take some of this. I don't know if we have drum rolls, how we do this, but let's do it. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Woo!
Thank you. It looks wonderful. It's very.
Can we get some pictures up next? Right, let's stand up there. It's really good.
It's a very. Is this on?
Yeah, it's on.
It's a bittersweet moment for me. It's very sweet because I'll be finally up on the wall with all my colleagues, including Judge Walker and Judge Sterling, my 2019 running mates, and my newest colleague, Judge Tate-Phillips. The bitter part is that when I sat down with Richard, I said, the one thing I don't want is a portrait hanging on the wall that makes me look bald. He assured me that would not be the case. I wish that Carol Dillon was here. She organized the whole thing, of course, so after the sitting, she called and asked how it was. And I told her it went fine. I said, I'm so sick of being bald that I asked Richard to put Brad Pitt's hair on my head. And she was like, you're kidding, right? I said, no, I'm not kidding. And there was a long pause, and she said, well, I guess it's your portrait. But then I took the joke one step too far. I told her, well, I also asked Richard to put Brad Pitt's face. But I thank the Bar Association. This is a wonderful tradition to pay for this, and it's so neat to be here. I thank my family and all my colleagues and my former associate, Mike Daniello. It's good to have everybody here. Thank you very much. I look forward to seeing the others. And it's my sister's birthday.
Jill, get in the middle of this. Yeah. Come closer. There you go. Come closer. Mom, get closer. Yeah, there you go.
All right, thank you very much.
We're going to have a short intermission to switch portraits. And in the meantime, I'm going to ask that Judge Walker. Judge Walker and his family, come on up. Come on, Aiden.
I think I was looking at you.
Want a picture or video? There's a video here, so you can get a copy of it.
Are you nervous to see this? You know what he looks like sometimes. What do we stand right here? Get next to your portrait, right? Okay. All right.
Please take as many as you like. Thank you.
The next one is Virgil Walker. He's here with his wife Sydney. His wife Courtney, his daughter Sydney, and his son Aiden. So, Judge Walker, are we ready for this? Come on.
Yeah.
Courtney, you know. Okay. All right. This one, wait a minute. Do it this way. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Wow. You know, when you grow up, you have, when you grow up, you have dreams. And then things happen that exceed your dreams. This is one of those moments for me. I never envisioned anything like this happening to me. My mother and father are not here with me, but my family, my wife, my son, and my daughter, and my so many close friends who are like family to me. They're here to share this moment. It's beyond. I purposely didn't think about this moment until this morning. And one for Judge Hillis. This matter could have been pushed off 9 months. For some reason, I don't know why, but thank you all for coming, for those who are here. Thank you for the Bar Association, and congratulations to you for joining me and Henry. Unfortunately, Melissa won't be here today, who wanted to share this with us. But thank you all, much appreciated.
Handle that one.
Okay, as listening to Judge Walker, I remember that I read through every one of their swearing-in speeches of the 4 judges that are here, and a common theme in each of them was the fact that this was a dream for each of them. So that's kind of a nice thing that that was a common thread through every one of their speeches. And then the fact that Judge Walker mentioned it kind of harkened back to that. Our next one is a little different. We talked about firsts. We have another first. Sadly, this first is that Judge Sterling, this is first, she will not be here for her unveiling. I am going to ask her staff to come up. Come on up. So this is the unveiling of Judge Melissa Schwartz Sterling. And she wanted me to tell you that she's very sorry she's not here. Her husband did test positive for COVID. She so far is not positive. And I said to her, the CDC guidelines, if you wanted to come, you could wear a mask. She was negative. And in typical Judge Sterling style, she said, I could never put anybody in danger. I would feel horrible if anybody got sick. So it was just so classic Judge Sterling. She's got a heart of gold, and she's also a very fine judge, as are every judge that's here today. So I asked her staff to come up here so that we can do the unveiling in honor of Judge Sterling. So are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's do it. I'll let you guys do it. Go ahead. Yeah, that's beautiful. Pose for pictures. Let's. Thank you so much. Judge Sterling would have had her husband Scott here and her daughter Rachel. And her mother Roz would have been here, and probably her sister Allison. And I'm sorry that they're all not here, but your staff did a great job. Okay, next, come on up, Judge Nicole, Nicole Tate-Phillips. With your family? Okay. Okay, so our you can say. Okay, so our final one for today is our newest judge, Judge Nicole Tate-Phillips. And her family, unfortunately, was not able to be here, but she brought an entourage. I will say, I can't even, come on up, everybody. Come on up. I will not begin to give names. I'm going to let her do that if she'd like to do that, but she has such a huge support system, which is what's important for every judge on this bench, and I'm so thrilled. I know that her longest friend, her friend that's been with her the longest, came from New York, Quentin Darrington, is that right? Close enough?
Yes.
Judge Phillips will fix that for us. I know you have some interesting, I think he's on Broadway, if I'm not mistaken, which is exciting. Maybe he'll give us a song.
God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans, white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, our home, sweet home.
I'm glad I asked. I have chills, I have tears, and by the way, another first. So without, I can't top that. Let's get this. Unveil. Ready? Okay, ready? Let's do it. 1, 2, 3.
Can she come to courtroom 20? Wow. Rich, Quindry, where is he? You are a master. I had prepared remarks, but it would seem corny now after my colleagues, so I'm not going to do that. But I do want to just say thank you to my village. All of these people represent my professional village, my spiritual village. I thank my pastor who's out here again, Dr. Waller, if you all remember him from my swearing in. I thank my awesome friends. They're not friends, they're family. They pour into me, they encourage me, they strengthen me along the journey. Quentin has known me literally since I was like 13 years old and kind of picking on him and as the little brother, and now where we both are, God is good. And so I just want to say thank you to all of you. I do want to give honor to my parents who had to pivot from coming here to going to Tennessee to be with our family. We lost another family member. So they are traveling there. And I told them, they need you. I'm good. I'm good. They need you. My aunt needs you. So go be there. My children are in school, and my college student is engaging in what democracy is all about today in the process. And so I told him, this is going to be in courtroom A. You can come visit me anytime, but you go learn and be a part of the process. And so that is what he's doing, and I'm proud of him for doing that today, and a little bit of money he's going to earn too, because he's a college student. But anyway, but you know, the thing I want to say, thank you to the Bar Association, the officers, the members. I thank you, my colleagues. I've only been here 6 good minutes, which, 6 months really, or 5 months, but I feel very welcome. I feel very supported by the bench and the bar. And I really appreciate you all for welcoming me, for teaching me, supporting me, and encouraging me. So I thank you all. I thank my staff. Where are you? My staff and replacement staff, if you could just wave your hand a little bit. I have one staff member on maternity leave, one who's out as well for family reasons, but I have a terrific staff. And it's the staff that makes you great, right? And so I thank you for helping to make this journey great already. The last thing I want to just say really quickly is, you know, I'm weird sometimes the way I think. And so when I thought about, when Carol Dillon called me, and I shout out to her as well, when she said, okay, you're going to sit for your, portrait on February 4th, I'm like, I've been here 5 minutes. Like, why am I? What is a portrait? And because when I think about a portrait, I think of it towards the end of your career, right? Towards the end of your tenure, where people are able to come up and say, in this role, she accomplished this. She did that. Attorneys in front of her felt like this when they came in front of her. There's a legacy. There's some accomplishments that go behind this portrait. So I couldn't wrap my head around, why are we doing this now? Why now? I've been here 5 minutes. You could say she was nice and looked good in a robe. I don't know. But it turned for me was, this is a symbol of accountability. This is a symbol that when I look at it, it reminds me of all the things that I committed to do in this role. And when I look at it, I will ask myself questions to understand, to remind myself, in this role, have I done service? Have the people come before me in this courtroom been treated with dignity and respect? Have I represented excellence and integrity, high ethics and moral character? Have I been a symbol? Has my courtroom been a place of justice? Has my courtroom been a place of equity? Have I been an honorable representative of this picture? And when those that are younger than me and coming behind me see this picture, will they see somebody that has been represented well as something that is a dream that can be attained and something to honor? And so that is what this is for me, because I've accomplished what it took to get here, and I'm appreciative of that. But my goal is by the end of my tenure that I will have fulfilled the significance of this role. So I thank all of you who have already been on this journey with me, and I invite you to continue to hold me accountable and support me as I seek to fulfill and make this portrait significant. Thank you so much.
Everybody, you all came, you're all in the picture.
And yes, you can hear more of this voice on Broadway in MJ the Musical. I need a ticket. Is a key role, so MJ the Musical, you can hear more of this voice. Go to Broadway. Okay, that's it.
I think everybody would agree with me that we as a bench and as a bar are blessed to have these 4 judges join us. So please stay and mingle a little bit. There's coffee and Danish in the back. And thank you so much for joining us.